Full name happens to be Shampur Ramachandraiya Devaprakash. I am a retired professor of mechanical engineering. I have also worked as the principal of two engineering colleges, one in Shivamogga, another in Tumkur. And earlier I had higher studies in mechanical engineering done in USA at two places. I have taken MS degree from University of Cincinnati, Ohio, and did my doctoral program in Oregon State University. And before that, I worked as a lecturer in BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore, and earlier to that in Regional College of Education, they had a Department of Technology earlier, and I worked as a lecturer, and I worked as a research part of the work in UVCE, that is University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering, Bangalore, and I have also worked as a professor and head of mechanical engineering in Gopte Institute of Technology, Belgaum, and now I have come down and settled down in Tumkur, where I worked for about 15 years in Sri Siddhartha Institute of Technology. I was born in Doddaballapur, Bangalore Rural District, and have been traveling around the whole world. I would say perhaps I'm the only person in the world to have traveled in 17 foreign countries, traveled length and breadth of USA, length and breadth of India, and I have visited and stayed in all the 30 district headquarters of Karnataka state, and I have gone through the history of Kannada kings, and that prompted me to visit some of those places like Badami, Aihole, Pattadakal, and other places also. And at the same time, right from the very beginning of my childhood, I had writing ability to write small poems and all that. Got published in Prajavani children's section, and also I had some articles published in Sunday Standard of Indian Express and Sunday issue, and that habit has been there from since childhood. I have continued to contribute articles to local papers and other papers also. And even though right now I am 78 years old, troubled with sciatica nerve problem related to age-old maladies, and yet my mind is still active. I continue to write articles to the papers and get them published and all. So that's in brief about my a kind of a autobiography. And even though I was born and brought up in Doddaballapur, Bangalore Rural District, we, we, I had a site also in Bangalore, but I did not want to settle down in concrete jungle, Bangalore, so we decided to settle down elsewhere. We wanted a district headquarters, but near to Bangalore, so Tumkur suited well, and we have settled down in Tumkur from past 36 years. And I continue to be in touch with, because of advent of technology, we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, and other related online facilities which keep me busy and active also. That's in brief what I would like to tell about myself. I had three elder sisters. They are no longer alive. Right now, I'm 78 years old, but I was born with a weak leg and ulcer in my ankle. So, my own grandfather's brother was the chief surgeon of Victoria Hospital, Bangalore. His portrait still is found in the reception room of Victoria Hospital, and he was the heading the hospital at that time. He was the person who had first FRCS degree from London, from Karnataka. He had double FRCS from Karnataka. That is something unique at that time. And so I was born with a weak leg and a ulcer, which was not, they were not unable to control. At that time there was no penicillin, so they were about to amputate my leg, right leg. And this, and my mother was staying in his own house because they are related. And daughter there, she informed my mother that your son leg is going to be amputated tomorrow. So immediately my mother ran away back to Doddaballapur, and there an unknown Ayurvedic Pandit cured my wound. Otherwise, I would have lost my right leg, and probably I would not have traveled around the world. But even with this weak leg and weak ankle and all that, with that all that pain, I could get a good advice and painful tablets with the advice of our local doctor, and I could, using those painful pills during my travel, I could travel all around the world. So we were able to travel. We are the first Indian couple to travel in all the 7 continents. That includes, very dangerous journey to Antarctica from southernmost city, Ushuaia of Southern America. We took
Ushuaia is in Argentina.
Argentina. Ushuaia is in Argentina. It's the southernmost city of Argentina, of South America, of the world. It is the southernmost city of the world. So it's about 1,000 kilometers from the city to the tip of Antarctica Peninsula. One cannot go to the South Pole. It's almost impossible for us. But with visitors during summer, one could go and test the travel in the peninsula of Antarctica. That's what we did, and it was a dangerous journey also. But we took the risk, and it was so happened that luckily we had our first son joining us, so we were able to take a lot of photos and all that, and we enjoyed the trip. And there were, of course, it's common for American citizens and other citizens to travel together in all the 7 continents. But we are first Indian couple to do so, to travel in all the 7 continents, and it has been recorded in IMCA Book of Records. And my with sciatica, nerve problem, leg problem, right leg problem, and all that. Yet my writing habits have continued. I continue to write articles to local papers and all that. And in Kannada, some of the important things I will get translated to from English to Kannada. And we have, of course, modern technology has helped me also. We have a Google translator which can translate any English sentence, English passage to Kannada. Of course, some modification need to be done, so that's what I do, and it has helped me to getting my articles published in local Kannada papers also. So now that I am 78 years old with problems, age-related problems and all that, I continue to write. My mind is still active, and I continue to make use of that, even though my body has become weak and all that. But that's I need to accept that. But the most important thing is I should not become bedridden. That's my wish. I hope I will remain so and continue to write articles and be in touch with friends. And this corona brought in a lot of restrictions. We could not attend many functions and all that. But yet, after the break of 1.5 years, we continue to be in touch with our local Kannada Sahitya Parishad and be in touch with friends also. And I think that's what I could say in brief. Born with this handicap, but this handicap has not prevented me from traveling, and then my mind is still active, and I have been a first class student. I took a first class in SLC, then first class in BE, and very high marks in Master of Engineering. So also in America, almost all A's in the subjects I was taking.
Okay.
And so that made me the foreign advisor to invite me, to congratulate me for is something not common, getting A's in all the subjects you take in America or in India as a first class student and all that. Something special on my part with all this handicap and all that. So right now, with my age and all that, I keep my mind alert